Hello everyone and welcome to SpartanGaming Plays Dracula Origin. It's weird, I always find it weird to say that word, Dracula Origin. It's a very odd word to say for me. But anyway, here we are. I can't even, there's no, I just realized there's no actual title in the, in this menu. You're gonna have to take my word for it. This is a game called Dracula Origin. It is produced by Frogware, I assume. If you've played stuff like Sherlock Holmes, let's see what Sherlock Holmes games. There's Nemesis, and there's Jack the Ripper. Those two are the two that jump out of my mind. If you think of them, this is basically the same sort of engine, the same inventory system. It's basically Sherlock Holmes, but with a Van Helsing and a Dracula. You'll see when we get into it, but yeah, it's very similar. It's a point and click. It's a very Marmite game. There's a lot of people that like this, and a lot of people that hate it. I'm in the like this category because I enjoy these types of games, but you know, I do like a lot of crap, so who knows? But anyway, let's start a new game, shall we? As you can see, all those options for your keys. Amazing. I hope I don't get confused what T does. As if T opens documents. What a weird bloody key. I for inventory. Makes sense. E for like interacting stuff and dialogues. But yeah. And I just need to make sure the sound's fine. As you can see, it's very similar. Like I said, if you played the old Sherlock Holmes games, it's the same. It's basically the same bloody engine. It's just everything's the same. It's just a different version of it. Instead of Sherlock, you control Van Helsing. So you think of it as Sherlock Holmes and Moriarty, but instead you got Van Helsing and Dracula. There you go. What a weird thing. Anyway, let's continue, shall we? New game.
Other than sunlight, which can be fatal to them, there are very few ways in which to conquer a vampire. However, various legends and reference books about these creatures of the night, as well as my own experiments, have affirmed the following. Firstly, vampires detest the smell of garlic. This preventative measure, used in a good number of regions subject to the depredation of these creatures, is omnipresent in the folklore of these aforementioned regions. Secondly, vampires cannot endure the fact that they cannot see their reflection in a mirror. This optical effect, which I feel confident I can witness, strikes them like a club with the vacuity and aberrance of their existence. Thirdly, some storytellers mention an irrational fear of running water, as well as a specific vulnerability to silver bullets. I have not been able to test and validate these theses. In fact, during the half a lifetime that I have dedicated to the research and annihilation of these creatures, I have only had as true recourse 3 weapons which have proven decisive. The crucifix foremost. Brandished with conviction, it fights off these creatures and prevents for a moment all attacks from them. Next, holy water. It serves to inflict wounds on the creature because it burns its flesh like acid. Lastly, a wooden stake is the final instrument of destruction. After having discovered the sanctuary of the enemy, one must profit from its damned slumber in order to strike with the greatest force into the beating heart of...
Professor, it's me. It's Maria, your lodger. Professor, there's a letter here. Can you hear me?
Yes. Slide it under the door.
Can I get you anything, Professor? Something to eat, perhaps?
What? No, thank you, Maria.
But, Professor, it's been 4 days now that you haven't been outside, is it?
Maria, I am trying to work. Leave me in peace. My friend, how can I allow you to leave? And what will become of you? I should have been in your place in this cursed castle and being destroyed by the one whom I have chased for years. You've had Mina. Poor thing. What grief I will cause when I shall tell her the news. There isn't a moment to lose. We must inform Mina. She is in grave danger.
So, some information for me personally is I have absolutely no idea about Bram Stoker's Dracula. I've never read it, never watched any movies about it. I have absolutely no interest in any of vampires or anything like that. Never have, never done, never will. The only thing I've watched with vampires in is probably the Van Helsing film with Hugh Jackman in. And that was, oh God, early 2000s? Oh God, I feel old. Also the movie with Kate Beckinsale on, Underworld? Was it Underworld? Something like that. God, she was sexy in that black leather outfit. I may have to watch that later. Anyway, dear Professor, it's a strange manner in which I commence a letter, but I hope that you shall never have to read these words. For if that is the case, it is because a grievous destiny, worse than death perhaps, has put an end to my existence. Oh shit, son. Know that at the time in which I write these lines, I find myself at the heart of evil in one of the rooms of Count Dracula's castle. What the hell are you doing there, mate? This missive will take my... How did he get in Dracula's house? I mean, really? What, did he just knock on the door and ask for can he borrow a cup of bloody sugar or something? This missive would take many weeks to reach you, more time than my return trip to London, which I will make if I am able to carry through my terrible task. This letter will thus have no relevance. Sorry, that's confused me there. Hence, if you're reading this, pray for my soul. Finding the beast today wasn't a simple task. The Count's subordinates are everywhere east of Vienna, and they maintain a veil of secrecy and terror regarding the very existence of our enemy. With force, persuasion, threats, and silver pieces, I managed to find the approximate location of the Count's grounds. Oh God, how long is this letter? Oh my days. Better sit down and... I didn't know this letter was so long. During my trip to this accursed place, chance placed a young scholar whose team has been attacked by bandits in my path. Grave wounds had forced them to take rest at an inn before he could resume his journey to the Count's dwellings, where he was supposed to take inventory of the library. I appropriated the young man's letter of introduction and extracted from him the necessary pieces of information to get to the castle. I arrived on the night of the second day at an immense fortress seeping with death and corruption, where the origins of evil that we're fighting is found. Did he kill this dude? Extracted from him? Oh no, he did say grave wounds. So he took whoever this dude's identity is. My first meeting with the Count left me in a memory that will haunt me to the end of my days. How to imagine such nobility, charm, and benevolence in the behaviours of a man who, only by his icy, demented look, betrays his true nature. I was just as subjugated by his elegance as his intellect, as his intelligence. God, I suck at reading. Upon my nocturnal arrival, we discussed at length my alleged library experience. He immediately noticed my accent and asked questions that were both precise and direct. I was about attempting to answer the cat, and despite myself, I gave my identity as well as my London heritage. He seemed to read into my answers, and it was the devil of a task to mutter an explanation of my presence here as a delegate from a large Viennese library. He then interrogated me regarding London and England, and seemed genuinely impassioned to hear about life in the capital. I then had the misfortune of mentioning Mina, my dear betrothed. Ah, dude. While recalling an afternoon spent boating. Why would you do that? The Count pressed me in an almost imperative manner to show me a photo of her. I compelled, and he was struck with an he showed a picture of his girlfriend to the Count Dracula. I mean, he was struck with an infinite terror by the Count's rapacious and carnivorous gaze as he examined the face of my loved one, grasped between his hands. My word. I feigned a very believable fatigue. I feel so tired. And isolated myself in my quarters. Sleep did not find me that night or any of the following nights. Terrifying, abnormal noises mixed with howling of the wolves that swarm the region. The Count has been absent for 3 days, but his abnormal servants assured me he will return tonight. I will wait no longer to spring into action. This immense place oppresses me, and it seems that the shadows themselves are alive, observing me and tormenting me with their laughter. I miss Mina so much, what I wouldn't give to be by her side. I don't dare write to her. She wouldn't understand the dangers that my mission involves. I show Mina once again of my complete devotion to her, and if you receive this letter, ensure she knows my last thoughts were of her. Your student and friend, Jonathan Harker. So I'm not completely stupid. I don't know who Mina and Jonathan is. I mean, everyone knows, like, Dracula's obsession with Mina. But yeah, that's a bloody long letter. Sorry I had to read all that. I guess they couldn't afford a voice actor to actually put these words into sound. But yeah, so this guy, he's on his way to kill Dracula. Instead, he very much gave Dracula his wife instead. Amazing. Good job, Jonathan. So I'm guessing Harker's dead then. Does Harker die in the book? I know that Count and Mina are a thing. God, it's been so long since I played this game. What's this letter? Domestic drama. Oh, a sad and bloody business took place yesterday on the first floor of a small residential building located next to New Kent Road. From interviews with the neighbours, 𝘱𝘦𝘴𝘭𝘪𝘏 first killed, blah, blah, blah. Fit of jealous rage. The young married couple moved in 2 months ago. Mr. 𝘨𝘭 employed as a foreman. Does this have absolutely anything to do with the story? Absence of a husband, admitted an elegant man in a black... Oh, here we go. Various testimonies confirmed that early in the evening, in the absence of her husband, Miss Milford admitted an elegant man dressed in black into their flat. I bet she did. Shortly thereafter, Mr. Milford returned to the domicile after a long day at work. As soon as he entered the flat, an airy and colossal black bird flew out the window in the direction of the National Gallery. Wow. A cry could be heard, as well as the sounds of struggling and finally a gunshot. After an alarming silence, some of the neighbours entered the flat only to find Miss Milford stretched out lifelessly on the bed, with a bleeding wound to her neck. So she was bit by a Dracula, meaning that Dracula is in London. What was that film with Eddie Murphy on where he plays a Dracula? I just got that in my head for some reason. That film is wank. That was like the worst film in the world. Holy shit. Mr. Milford shot himself in the fucking head. A small crowd gathered around the place, which, yeah. Oh. So we know that Dracula has gone to get Mina then.
Come in, Professor.
Oh.
I am pleased to see you. Please excuse the disorder in my attire, but I haven't had the strength to attend to the housekeeping this morning.
What's going on here?
What is going on, Mina? And where is your servant?
Jenny is absent. She is with her sister. My God, I am at a loss for words. We found her poor sister yesterday, dead. An atrocious crime. Today's newspapers gives the heinous details. The police came here to break the news to Jenny. She was shocked and had to go to the police station to identify her sister. What a tragedy. She was my junior by 3 years and now she's dead. But what a paltry hostess I am. To what pleasure do I owe your visit? Have you received news of Jonathan?
Not at the moment. I came to see if all was well. Jonathan repeatedly insisted I take care of you. I reckoned, Could I take you for a stroll in the park, perhaps?
Nothing would give me greater pleasure. I must alter my thoughts. Give me a few moments in order to ready myself.
She just saunters off.
Not have the courage to break the sad news to her, but it must be done sooner or later. What could have happened to this poor young girl? Mina told me that it was mentioned in the papers.
Alright, I'm gonna go and turn the music down because it's super loud. So yeah, give me one sec. Well, it doesn't sound like it affected it very much. That's weird. So as you can see, like I said before, if you played Sherlock Holmes versus Nemesis, or the one with Arthur Lupin on, or the one with Jack the Ripper, I think even what's the one with bloody Cthulhu one? I always forget that one. It's like, but yeah, it's the same sort of thing, same inventory system where you drag and drop. In fact, it's even got the same matches in. It's basically reused assets, aren't they? Same bag. I think it's just a different color than Sherlock's. But yeah, dialogues the same, documents are the same, reports are the same, and yeah, it's basically, like I said, it's Sherlock Holmes, but instead of Sherlock Holmes, it's Van Helsing. But yeah, here we go. So you can't move around with the keyboard in this. It's point and click only, and if you press space, it shows where all the hotspots are, which is kind of good if you need to know where to go, which is normally necessary in this game. It's quite confusing sometimes.
Vampires possess numerous powers, such as uncommon physical capabilities and the ability to transform into bats.
Okay, let's try that. I'm trying to get the sound to be right. I should have done this before I recorded.
This pile of newspapers must have belonged to Harker. He kept them to help him in his hunt.
That sounds better.
Perhaps I will find the article to which the News Times made reference today.
We'll do that in a minute. We want to pick this up.
Damnation! This cannot be a coincidence. Harker's letter spoke of his host's interest in London. I must get to the bottom of this. It is a photograph of Harker. Mina is very much in love with him.
Oh, good-looking chap. So, we picked up the newspapers. We need them. I think there's one more. Is there one more? Oh, that's weird. So, this chair here is that chair there. Oh, that's that's really awkward to... It goes forward, but it ends up backwards. Oh, weird. That's throwing me. Anyway, he talked about a newspaper. Said that the bloody corpse of a chambermaid found at the bank of the River Thames. To use another cursed mermaid. Again, this is definitely another vampire. So you need to use these to cross-reference something later on. But we'll get to that. I really don't want to read all this. It's just... It's just... The only things you need to know about these papers is locations. So it says Southwark Bridge, Tate Art Gallery, Tottenham Court and Euston Road, going towards St George's Cathedral. This one is New Kent Road, National Gallery. I know I'm making no sense, but trust me, you need it for later. Yesterday evening, shot after 10, after the corpse of a lovely Sarah McAllister, 19, was found lying under the porch port something. She was entirely the latest victim of the frequent brawls between prostitutes. Is that like bum fighting, but whore fighting? Booth faced that a beautiful of the beautiful. What the fuck's Booth? quickly finished. The guy jumped onto a cab. But yeah, these are all basically victims of Dracula. He's not doing a very good job staying incognito, is he? He's leaving all his victims behind. But yeah, well, oh, we need to get to the newspaper, which is what he was talking about earlier. Which is here.
This pile of newspapers must have belonged.
Yes, we helped him in his hunt.
I will find the article to which the News Times made reference today.
So, what newspaper is he talking about? News Times. Today is the 8th. Ooh. So, it says somewhere... See last Tuesday's edition for our report on the equally unnerving event. Last Tuesday. So, 2 days ago. So, I think that's an 8. So, looking for 6998. 6998.
No, it is not that. Try again.
Are you... What? Is that is an 8, isn't it? Well, there's 2 of them. There's this one.
These articles surely contain some clues.
Oh, I see. I picked up the wrong paper.
Discover where the perpetrator of these wrongdoings has taken refuge.
He sounds French, doesn't he? Is Van Helsing French? I don't think he is. Is he? I really should have read something about this game before I played it. Like, I played this game enough times that I don't... Like I said, I know the game quite well. But I know absolutely nothing about Dracula, Van Helsing, Jonathan Harker, Mina Harker. Except tidbits that I've read online randomly. Faithful 𝘱𝘶𝘮𝘭𝘪𝘡𝘮𝘭𝘪? What the hell? How do you pronounce that word? I'm guessing that's a female parish? Escapes the claw of a demon. Last night, a prudent and devout young lady, Miss Ethel 𝘱𝘮𝑒𝑛𝑠𝑡𝑢𝑟k, narrowly escaped the assault of a lunatic, or rather a demon from hell. 21, married next month, was exiting St. George's Church, where she mends clothes for the poor. As if he almost attacked somebody like that. Oh, Dracula's a bastard. She was assaulted by a satyr dressed in black with flaming red eyes, possessing the strength of 10 men. Miss 𝘱𝘮𝑒𝑛𝑠𝑡𝑢𝑟k explained that the man forced her to cleave herself to him, crushing to the point of suffocation, his titanic strength rendering all resistance futile. Some people like that. So in her last act before such a dishonorable death, she was to bring her hand to her cross hanging on her neck and say a prayer. The man becomes furious and screams words in an infernal language, and his intended victim sank to the ground before fainting. Oh, wow. He saw the cross and ran away. What a pussy. Wow, it's Jackie in the box for you, that, isn't it? What kind of a man is scared of garlic? I mean, really.
Harker's map of London, quite detailed.
Ooh.
These articles surely contain some clues which will permit me to discover where the perpetrator of these wrongdoings has taken refuge.
Oh, it definitely sounds French. I don't know why he sounds French. I'm guessing he is French. I always assumed that Van Helsing was, I don't know, actually. Where would Van Helsing have... Where would I thought he came from? Maybe the same place Dracula originated from? Well, that wouldn't make any sense, would it? You know, I'm talking bollocks. So, this is what the newspapers are for. You need to cross-reference 2 points. And these points are these nodes here. You click and hold, and you draw a line. And then you click on the sponge, and you can get rid of the line. We did something similar in Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper. Was it that? Yeah, where you have to use a map to draw circles to pinpoint where Jack's maybe living. This is kind of similar, but not annoying like that. That was like the worst part in the game because it was so broken. We're just cross-referencing basically. As I said before, you're coming from where the victim was located, which is between New Kent Road, New Kent Road station, and seen flying towards the National Gallery. So you find New Kent Road station, which is stations. Oh, here it is. New Kent Road station, and the Tate Gallery. Is that? Did it say National or Tate Gallery? No, National Gallery. So you click and hold here. Oh no, you need the pen first, mate.
Here is the 𝘨𝘮𝘮𝘮𝘬 building. Here is the 𝘨𝘮𝘮𝘮𝘮 building.
And you do this.
And that's the direction which the aggressor took to escape.
At least the game told you got it right. And this one is near the warehouses that saw Suffolk Bridge going towards the Tate Art Gallery. So Suffolk Bridge is or Southwark Bridge, or how you say that word. Where's the Tate Gallery?
That's where
bottom.
The corpse of Jenny's young sister was discovered. And that's the direction which the aggressor took to escape.
Okie dokie. That's another one. This one is intersection of Tottenham Court and Euston Road, going towards St. George's Cathedral. So the Euston Road is here.
Ah, here is the spot where McAllister was found lying under a porte-cochere.
Porte-cochere. And St. George's Cathedral is there. That didn't do it. He's gonna say, "Oh, you son of a..."
Here is the 𝘨𝘮𝘮𝘮𝘮 building. And that's the direction which the aggressor... Ah, here is the spot where McAllister was found lying under a porte-cochere.
What? St. George's Cathedral. Why is that not... Oh, God, I said this wasn't bad, but... Yeah. I had to open my stupid mouth, didn't I? Oh, this isn't as bad as the...
Ah,
as the Jack the Ripper one.
where McAllister was found lying under a porte-cochere.
Oh, you massive dumbass. I'm clicking on the wrong thing. That's Godalming Manor. St. George's Cathedral is there.
And that's the direction which the aggressor took to escape.
To be honest, to me that is St. George's Cathedral right there. I'm blaming the game. That's what I'm doing right there. Not my incompetence. St. George's Church. Towards Victoria Station. St. George's Church is there. So Victoria Station is there. So here.
Here is the place where this young religious woman was attacked by this demon. And that's the direction which the aggressor took to escape.
And all these are around...
All of these paths cross at a point. Godalming Manor.
Godalming Manor.
Bloomsbury Cemetery. I must get there as soon as possible while it is still day. The park and Mina will wait.
Well, it seems that all the ways that the assassin took to escape after each attack cross at one point. Godalming Manor, next to the Bloomsbury Cemetery. Without a doubt, the demon must have a lair. I must find it and destroy it. If I can, the hour of confrontation approaches. If I can. ... The hour of confrontation approaches. Ah, poor Mina. She's ready to go to the park and everything.
I had forgotten some urgent business that calls me elsewhere in London.
We aren't going to the park.
It is only postponed for the time being. But I would like you to do something for me. Could you please find me a dozen bulbs of garlic from one of the markets? Bring them here and hang them near the windows.
Near the windows?
Ah, yes. I do not have the time to explain it to you, but you must do this for me. And if a stranger comes to see you and claims to be here on my behalf, or that of Jonathan, do not, under any circumstance, let them in.
You are alarming me, Professor. Should I be worried?
No, it is nothing. At least, I think not. All will be well. I shall return this evening, and we shall dine together. If I am still alive.
That's alarming. if I'm alive. Yeah, Godowning Manor. I think, random thing to say. I'll see you tomorrow, if I'm alive, Doesn't shake you up the willies, does it? Yeah, we've only got a cross and some matches. So it's all you ever need, isn't it? It's not like got your typical vampire burglar kit, has he? Where's his hammer and stick? How's it supposed to slay vampires if he didn't have a stake? Anyway. But anyway, let's leave it there for tonight, shall we? We'll explore Godowning Manor in the next video. So yeah. Hopefully you've enjoyed. And I'll see you next time, peeps. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.